With the online math tutoring session for Math Celebrity. It's October 23rd, and let's run through some problems that came in over the last day. So the student writes 3/4 of 500. So 3/4 is written as 3/4. 3/4 of 500 means we multiply 3/4 by 500. So that is really just 3 times 500 divided by 4. Well, 500 divided by 4 is 125. 500 over 4 equals 125. So we have 3 times 125, which is 375. And that is your answer. Moving on. Triple a number and another number. All right. The phrase a number means an arbitrary variable. Let's call it x. X, spell this right. And then I'm going to copy all this language. The phrase another number means another arbitrary variable. Let's call it y. So the key here is we've done these problems before. You can pick any variable you want, pretty much A through Z, except the reserved variables, which are E and I are reserved. But whatever you pick for another number cannot be this number. It's got to be something different. Okay, so triple a number means we multiply x by 3. The word and means, actually move this up because I want to do these in order. We've got a number, triple a number. Another number is y. The word and means we add y to 3x. So 3x plus y. There we go. So we had arbitrary variable and we had good old algebraic expressions. Moving on. Let's see. 66 decreased by Janelle's savings is 15. So this is an algebraic expression. Let Janelle's savings be S. 66 decreased by S is 66 minus S. And then the word is. So we declare, let's go back. We declare a variable for Janelle's savings, S. 66 decreased by S. Decreased by means subtract. And then the word is means equal to. So set 66 minus S equal to 15. 66 minus S equals 15. And that is our algebraic expression. Right. X minus 5 plus X equals 79. So we got X minus 5 is X minus 5 plus X. X minus 5 plus X equals 79. 5 plus X equals 79. Now, some classes and quizzes do this like this, but most of the time they will ask you to simplify. So I'm going to say group like terms X plus X minus 5 equals 79. 2x minus 5 equals 79. So this is our simplified algebraic expression. Right. Let's see. What do we got here? The list is not too big today, so this will be a fairly quick session. How many feet are in y yards? 1 yard. We know 1 yard equals 3 feet. So y yards equals 3 feet times y yards equal 3y. That's it. Every yard is 3 feet. So y yards means 3 times y. So that was a conversion. All right, let's see what else we got here. Which one do I want to do? Okay, we'll take the first one here. Say the denominator because the student didn't type that in, but I want to type that in so it makes sense to everybody. The denominator of a certain fraction is 3 times the numerator. If 2 is added to the numerator and subtracted from the denominator equals 3/5, find the original fraction. So this is worded a bit odd, but let n be the numerator of the fraction. Say declare variables. And then let's copy this over. D be the denominator. Okay. We're given D equals 3 times n, right? The denominator of a certain fraction is 3 times the numerator. That's this. If 2 is at the numerator and subtracted from the denominator, so D minus, I think that's what they're saying. 2 is added to the numerator and subtracted from the denominator. You know what? Let me go back to this one because that can be interpreted 2 ways. I'm going to do that off camera later, and then I want to make sure that I'm understanding that correct. So let's move to another one. Let's see. Let's do this one. Because I've seen over the years that sometimes the student doesn't always type it in right. So a farmer has sea chickens. She sells 3 of them for $6 each, and the rest she sells for $5 each. How much money will she receive? Okay, so 3 chickens at 6 each equals 3 times 6 equals 18. The rest she sells for 5 each. So we have total money received equals, I'm going to move this down here. 3 chickens at $6 each, which is 3 times 6, plus 5 times C minus 3. If she sold 3 and she has C, she's got C minus 3 left over to sell at $5. So total money received is 18 plus 5C minus 15. Total money received, 18 minus 15 is 3, so we got 5C plus 3. So we just group like terms. Again, running through this, she sells 3 chickens at $6 each. If she's got a total of C chickens, then she sells C minus 3, remaining at $5 each. Evaluate, simplify, and we get our answer in terms of C. All right, let's see. Dunkin' Donuts was in the news recently, so let's do this one. I know a lot of Dunkin' Donuts eaters out there. A local Dunkin' Donuts shop reported that its sales have increased exactly 16% per year for the last 2 years. This year's sales were 80,642. What were Dunkin' Donuts sales 2 years ago? Okay, so 16% equals 0.16. And I'll show you why I do that in a second. Let the sales 2 years ago be S. So declare variable and convert numbers. All right, so we'll block these two off because we got to start with this. So we start with S. Let's just map this out and visualize it. If we want to increase sales by 16%, that means we do 1 plus 0.16 times, and then the next year, 1 plus 0.16 equals 80,642. I realized that I made two jumps here. This is 2 years ago. This is the first year, and then this is the second year with another 16% gain. Now let's simplify. We got 1.16 times 1.16 equals 8642. I'm going to go off camera here real quick. 0.16 times 1.16 is 13456. So we've got this, these two equal this, S equals 8642. And then I'm going to go off camera real quick and I'll bring this back into the screen. I want to solve this equation for S, right? So I'm going to type in my margin here on Math Celebrity, but I'll put it back here, and here we go. So divided by this equals, let me just fix the formatting here, because when I pasted, we got tables, and it does not, there we go. Okay, so we were here, I ran the equation through Math Celebrity, got this math, and dropped it back here. So when we solve for S, we get this. Now, dollars and cents are usually rounded to 2 decimal points, so we'll do 5,930. This one is less than 5, so we don't round up. So we got 9,930, 14. So we started 2 years ago with this sales. We increased by 16%, increased by another 16%, and we get this. So I'll just do increase percentage, and that's our answer. All right. Here's a good one, since we didn't increase kick. If a city grows by 12% each month, what is the yearly growth rate? We know that there are 12 months in a year. 12% equals 0.12, and I'm going to do exactly what I did on the last problem. So what we have is annual growth rate equals monthly growth rate. Let's do this. Raised to the 12th. So, and we're going to have to subtract 1 here. So we get annual growth rate equals, it's 1.12. So we always add 1. Actually, I'll split this out. 0.12 raised to the 12th minus 1 is our growth rate. So we got to subtract off for the percentage. So I should say this monthly growth rate. Okay. So 12% is just 0.12, and here's our relationship. So we've got 1.12 raised to the 12th minus 1. Let's just do this off camera real quick. Okay. This minus 1. And then we've got 2.89. Actually, we round up as 2.90. For our percentage, our yearly growth rate is the annual Annual growth rate is the annual growth rate times 100%. So we have this times 100% equals 290% annual growth rate. And that's how that is done. So we'll do growth rate percentage, and we are done. All right, a couple left. Knock this one out. The quotient. Okay, so here's another algebraic expression. I want to take it in parts. This right here. We divide x by y, x over y. Twice z means we multiply z by 2, 2z. And then here's this. We're going to do the whole thing. Means we subtract 2z from x over y. So we got x over y minus 2z. This is our algebraic expression. All right. Let's do this one. Good old segments. Minus sign was entered as a symbol. I gotta fix that. Otherwise, this will look really weird when we save the page. All right. If EF equals 9x minus 17, FG equals 17x minus 14, and EG equals 20x plus 17, what is FG? So that's a mouthful. First, if you take a look at this, EF, FG, EG, what do you see? These are the same, and the beginning and end is the same. So what does that mean? By segment addition, we know that EF plus FG equals EG. So I have a big segment EG. I put a point in the middle of EG called F. EF plus FG is going to equal the full segment. So substituting in our values for the three segments, we get EF we're given as 9x minus 17. Let's just copy that down here. Plus FG is this. And then we know EG is this. Okay. So simplify and group like terms and simplify. So we have 9 plus 17x, right? And we've got plus negative 17 minus 14 equals 20x minus 17. 9 plus 17 is what? 26. 26x minus 31 here equals 20x minus 17. So we want to solve for x here, right? And I'm going to go off, let me go off camera onto Math Celebrity, pop this problem in, and then we can go through the steps and you can see it all. Just give me a second here. I'll copy it in. All right. Perfect. Here we go. This is what we ended up with segment addition. Now we want to solve for x. So here's the steps. Group variables. We group those here. We get 6x minus 31 equals negative 17. We want to get rid of the 31 to solve for x. We do that. And then let me fix the formatting here. Once we get this, we divide each side by 6, and we get this. So x is 2.3333 repeating. I'll scroll back up and just give you a chance to look all this over real quick while I'm doing the tags. Scroll down here. And by the way, this is on our forum. So if you come to our forum, this problem is there permanently for you. All right, let's do one or two more. Might have to save this one for tomorrow too. I got to look that up because it can be a logarithm problem. Okay, so we've got, let's do this one. Man purchased 20 tickets for a total of $225. The tickets cost $15 for adults and $10 for children. What was the cost of each ticket? So declare variables. Let C be the cost or the number of children's tickets. I like to go in alphabetical order. Let A be the number of adults' tickets. We're given two equations. If you've been on the live stream before, you know exactly where this is going because we've done these enough times where we're blue in the face. But let's do it again because repetition is the mother of learning. So 20 tickets, we know A plus C equals 20, right? A man purchased 20 tickets. He either purchased A for adults or C for children's. Let me fix children's here. And the total cost was 225. So let's just note cost equals price times quantity. Very important because we've got the adult tickets, which are 15 times A tickets, right? That's the cost. Price times quantity. And then price times quantity for children is 10C. And we're told that the total cost is 225. All right. So there's three ways we can solve this equation. But I'm gonna have to go off screen and do all three. So let's do the lazy way here. Rearrange equation 1, the cost of each ticket, in terms of A. So if we subtract C from each side, we get A equal to 20 minus C. And then this one stays the same. So all I did here was just A plus C minus C equals 20 minus C, and I get this. Now that I have equation 1 in terms of A, we can substitute it into equation 2 for A. So 15A plus 10C is 225, but A is also 20 minus C. So right here where you see A, I'm going to do this like that. And what I'm going to do, full lazy mode, we're going to do all this. Give me a second. I'm almost back to your screen. Boom. Okay. So here's where we left off. We want to solve for C. I popped this equation into Math Celebrity, and then I just grabbed all the math and the answer and brought it back. So we first need to simplify by removing the parentheses, which we're doing. 15 times 20 minus 15 times C. We get a revised term without the parentheses. That's great. So without parentheses, here is our new equation. Next, we want to group C terms. 5C, 300, yep. And then we do this. Gotta fix the formatting. Paste. C is 15. Okay. So as we remove the parentheses, we got a modified equation. We group our constants. We isolate C, and then we're going to get rid of the coefficients. So we divide by -5. We get C equal to 15. That is our first answer. So now, let's do this. Recall from equation 1 that, what is it? A equals 20 minus C. So we substitute C equal to 15 into this equation to solve for A. A equals 20 minus C is 15, A equal to 5. Boom, we have our two answers. So just to recap, we declared variables. We know cost is price times quantity. We listed out what was given, but to solve this faster, we want it in terms of one variable. So I subtracted C, from each side, got a modified equation 1, which I can then substitute into equation 2, and I'll get an answer for C. Once I got the answer for C, I go back into either equation. 1 was a lot easier to get A, and we are done. So that was substitution, simultaneous equations. Done. Okay, I think we can do this. Save it for tomorrow, so you guys can enjoy your weekend. The base of a triangle with a height of 7 units is represented by the formula B equal to 7a. The base of the triangle is less than 10 units. Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible area A of the triangle. So 2/7 A is less than 10. How did I get that? Well, the base of the triangle, we're given this equation here. So let's bring this down. We're given this. We're also told that B is less than 10. So we have 2/7 A is less than 10. That represents the possible area of the triangle. Okay. So now this is also known as, you can also write it as 2a over 7 less than 10. And I do this because we can cross multiply. 2a is less than 7 times 10. So when you have a proportion or a fraction like this, you can multiply denominator 1 times numerator 2 and numerator 1 times denominator 2. So we got 2a less than 7 times 10, 2a less than 70. Great. We're close. So divide each side of the inequality by 2 to isolate a. 2a divided by 2 less than 70 divided by 2. Cancel the 2's on the left side, and we get a 5. That's your answer. So write and solve an inequality that represents the possible area of a triangle. Here's our answer. So A must be less than 35. And because they didn't say or equal to, we don't do the equal sign. It is less than. So that's it. We had an inequality, we had a triangle, and we are good. All right, that concludes